Well, my next guest is the very famous and very well known and quite round and renowned Don D. Wilbanks. Here he is. Da 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 da. How you doing, Don? Thanks for coming on board again.
You know how to make a fellow feel welcome.
Hey, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
I'm going to put the Anon off to the side here.
Those are sweet. I might need to get one of those at some
You know what,
point.
Don? It's one of those things that once you play with it,
Yeah.
you want to keep playing with it. Seriously, it's just because you can. You've got a world of things that you can do on the radio that you just. It opens a new world for you. But I'm going to set this off to the side because we've got other things we're going to talk about.
Go right ahead.
That's a nice looking watch.
Thank you. My Kenwood TS2000 got blown up with lightning, and I replaced it with an Icom 7600, which.
Once you got there.
You cannot argue that that's one of the best receivers in the world, especially bang for the buck. It's really hard to beat that radio. But listening to you guys talk about that sounds just like that's world class, I believe, right there.
Well, the thing is you hook it up through the network, you hook it up to your laptop.
Right.
Or your computer, and it works great.
That's amazing.
But the nice thing about the 7600 is it's a plug and play. I mean, it's like you turn it on, and within about 15 minutes, it's up and running, which I kind of like, too.
Yeah, that's sweet.
Well, anyway, one of the things we were going to talk about a little bit, Don, if you don't mind, is some of the new types of ways of guying and tying things up on your towers. We've all been used
on the towers. Okay, good. I'm glad you
towers or on your antennas and stuff like that. Which most people are quite familiar with this type of stuff. It's black. Some people call it parachute cord or whatever. And interesting thing about a parachute cord, which most people don't realize, even though they call it 550. Being a person who used to jump out of an airplane on a regular basis back in my days. The reason why we use this line is that it wasn't that it was super strong, but it would be like a bungee cord almost.
It gave.
Yeah,
had a little bit of stretch. You didn't have that sudden shock when the canopy opens and break your back.
Exactly. Right. And with the kind of loads that we were jumping out of the airplane with, I can promise you I would have hurt myself.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And then we're going to the new products, which are designed specifically to replace those metal guy wires on your antennas. I mean, if you can look at it, it's which I think is really kind of cool. You'll see these little brown filaments inside the rope.
Right.
That's Kevlar.
Right.
It's a material like Kevlar. It's not really Kevlar, but they make it with a Kevlar type material.
It's amazing.
And one thing I have to say is on our hex beam antennas, we decided to go with the Mastrant rope because every time we tied a line, we know that when the customer takes the product out of the box and they put the antenna together, it's going to be exactly that length. Whereas with the paracord,
you've got stretch and you've got give, and it changes the dimensions of something like your hex beam, and that changes the frequency.
Everything.
And that's not good.
And things don't match right. And as a matter of fact, we're going to do a little demonstration here in a few seconds. The interesting thing about this too is, let's say at even 126 inches. Okay, basically, what does 126 inches work out to be? About 12 feet, 13 feet? No, something like that. Anyway, 126 inches. If I were to use this Mastrant line, I might have, when I start pulling it tight, I might have about a half of an inch of play. When I use the paracord, I'll have 3 to 4 inches.
That changes everything.
Yes, it does.
Right, because remember, if you're doing wire antennas, which is your business, if you go to start trimming the end off a wire antenna, what do you trim? You trim a 1/4 inch at a time. You don't trim 3-4 inches at a time.
Exactly. So, and this could turn out to be a nice little nightmare for you.
Absolutely.
So one of the things we're going to
that all day long.
Yeah, one of the things I want to do here, and you can just sit there and I'll let you hold on to the ropes.
Okay.
I like to let Don sit sometimes because
I make a really
he's good at
anchor.
sitting.
I make a really good anchor.
He's a couch. What is it? Never mind.
That.
Yeah, hold on to this. Actually, let's start with this.
Start with that one. Okay.
Let's go with the black line. Here,
all right.
hold my black line.
Hold on to that black line.
Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to walk all the way out here with it, and I'm going to get all the ropes and lines and strings, and we're going to pull on it a little bit, and let's take a look at how much it moves. It moves.
I can feel it give. Yeah, I can feel it.
It feels kind of like a rubber band, doesn't it?
It does.
Actually, you know what? It reminds me of that stuff my wife puts in her hair to keep her hair in a bun or whatever, because it's just.
I have no idea what that is because I like your wife and I don't want her to beat me up.
Yeah, you don't want to know what she puts in her hair.
I'm out of this conversation. You are on your own, my friend.
And then here we go. We go to the next line.
Okay, wrap it around my
we're
finger.
going to pull it. It's about the same length.
About.
And there's no give.
Oh no.
It's like pulling a
right.
metal rope,
No,
isn't it?
You're right. It really is. Yeah.
So
there's a little bit.
Yeah,
Oh,
but it's not much.
Just take up, whatever
Right.
the shock it is of maybe the wind blowing against your wire. But no,
Exactly.
it's not stretching.
Now, the one thing I got to say about using this line when we use it at the shop, some people will say just use a lighter to break it off, but the bigger stuff, you literally have to use bolt cutters coupled with a lighter, because the bolt cutters are the things that break the Kevlar type material on the inside, and then the lighter material breaks up or melts the I can't remember what the coating is on the outside of it.
And just aesthetically, that's a good-looking product.
And it's stiff. It feels nice.
It is. Yeah. No, it does. It feels real good.
The whole idea behind this product is for you to have the ability to replace the lines that you would normally use for supporting and guying your towers, antennas, and so on. And since we started using this product for our main products, we've actually started using it to, when I install an antenna out in the field, I'll generally use this because I know that it's right where I need it to be. Whereas this is kind of porous. It picks everything up, especially when it gets in the dirt and the grass and all that.
Yeah.
And the thing that will damage this the quickest is dirt.
Yeah.
Whereas the Mastrant, as long as you keep it clean and keep it out, don't let it, how do I say it? Don't rub it up against anything. That's the only thing that will cause it to fail. But you know what? You have that same problem with wire.
Yeah.
Now, just to give you an idea, this little piece of rope, okay, what we use on some of our antennas is this 2 millimeter string that we use, 440 pounds strength.
Really?
And if we were to use the black cord, 75.
That's a huge difference.
That's significant difference.
That is, yeah.
With this little 1/4 inch piece, let me look at what it was supposed to be, 1/4 inch. The total strength is 850. The stretch is 2%, and it's 800. No, wait a minute. This is the wrong stuff. Okay, 1/4 inch is, oh my goodness. That's a number. It's this number right here. You tell me what it says right there.
Moving parts. I don't have my
Okay, then fine. It's 1,800 pounds.
Okay.
Can you believe that? 1,800 pounds breaking strength on this little string.
That's amazing.
Anyway, if you ever have a chance, look at using the. Okay. If you ever get a chance, use the Mastrant wire. I can't stress strong enough that especially if you're putting up like tripods or you're putting up those monopole towers like during field day and stuff like that.
Yeah.
What is one of the biggest dangers you have when you put those things up?
Falling over.
This stuff breaking and falling over.
Exactly, yeah.
And most of us don't wear the proper protection equipment and so on. Oh, Robbie.
Hey,
there we go.
There's a whole spool of
that's a half inch, and that little booger right there is 5,000 pounds.
Holy moly.
5,000 pounds. Yeah, right there's the number.
Wow.
1,650 kilograms.
Holy moly.
That is phenomenal.
That is the good stuff.
Well, anyway, the other thing we were going to talk about, Don, if you don't mind, kind of segueing out of this, if we don't mind, is let's talk about antennas. You just recently had an electrifying experience, I might add.
I did. I almost brought the Ballon with me to here, but I didn't.
You still have the pictures on your phone?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I took a lightning strike. I had that antenna. I had the ProLine Ballon, though. This slightly
is the
different.
DX80.
Right. Slightly different Ballon, but I took a direct lightning strike a couple of months ago, I guess, to my TS 2000. The lightning hit the DX80 off-center fed dipole. I'll pull this picture up and show you what happened. When I walked outside, I looked, and the wire was still hanging in the air. And then the next day, when the sun came up, I looked, and this is what was left of the Ballon. Now, there are two toroids in there. The top one is vaporized. That is the bottom half of the Ballon. That is the center part of the antenna. It's gone.
Wow.
Now, let me show you another picture here. The reason that it confused me is that the two legs of the antenna were still hanging in the air. The fiberglass, or whatever it is you use for these things, to put them up, I got to go. Here we go.
The back plate.
Yeah.
Which would be this part
it was
right
still,
here.
This is what was, I took it down to put the new Ballon on, and as you can see, that was still hanging up there. You can see the wire going down and the lugs. Let me go to the next one here. There you go. It shows the inside of the burns. But it took a direct strike. The lightning went right into the TS2000. I'll show you the inside of the radio. But the wires were just fine. You sent me another ballon. I put it back up, and all is right with the world. There we go. That's the inside of the TS2000. You can see the lightning came in and just annihilated it. And everything that was connected to the radio, because I had an RT Systems cable for computer control, which I bought here at RT Systems actually last year, or year before last. The lightning went down that RT Systems cable, and it blew the substrate off the chips on that RT Systems cable. And so everything that was attached to the USB line on that computer got blown up. I lost 2 TVs, a couple of Xboxes, most of the direct TV, about $6,000 worth of stuff. Of course, the computer, the power supply, the radio, the whole thing. And this was what I poured out of the TS2000. When I picked it up and moved it, it was like sand. It felt like the radio was full of sand. And I literally poured that out of the radio. That's one of the latching relays, I think, for the antenna tuner. And pieces of, I don't know, glass diode or something. I literally poured that out of the radio. But like I said, the wire on the antenna and the center part that was still holding the wires up in the trees was just fine. Now, I had burn through on the coax, so I had to replace all that. But great stuff.
Well, anyway, what it basically wanted to show was that form fits function.
Yep.
The product, the antenna design itself would literally withstood a lot. In other words, stuff was still in the air. You were able to quickly repair your product and get it back on the air again.
I dropped it down. I put the new ballon on. I pulled it back up, and in 20 minutes we were back on the air.
Well, hey, you know what, Don? I just got the information in from Gigapart Central.
Yes.
The winner of the Icom 7100.
That's a great radio. D-Star radio.
Oh my gosh, I love that radio. Isn't it?
That was on my short list of radios to replace my TS2000 with.
The one thing, if I had one radio that could do everything, it would be the Icom 7100.
Shack in a box, D-Star, small form factor, fits anywhere.
Yep.
Touchscreen.
And what I really like is the GPS function on the D-Star.
I have that in the 5100, and it's amazing. Who's the winner?
The winner is call sign W4HTB. That's W4 Hotel Tango Bravo. Henry Cantrell in Bowling Green, Kentucky.
Wow.
Mr. Cantrell, are you around?
Is he here?
Nope, he's not here. Well, the good folks at Gigaparts.
I'll wrestle you for it.
Oh, you got it, buddy. I love wrestling. Anyway, well, it's been great being with you guys today. My name is Emmett. Don, thank you for visiting with me today.
Something we're going to do a little bit later on. We're going to, Emmett and me and some other people, we're going to
do a little Blues Brothers. We're on a mission from God.
We're on a mission from God. That's what we're going to do. That's right. It's not going to be pretty.
There you go.